Yo, bring that in. City to city, state to state, country to country, I'm living lovely. City to city, state to state, country to country, I'm getting hungry. This song is dedicated to those days, few and far between, when you set out on a journey, and you don't even think about looking back anxious, cause you've been waiting this long, and I'm passing a spliff to my man Big Sean in my whip. You know we bout to skip town in a little bit, time to get out and do some visiting, sightseeing. There's no feeling quite like leaving Tuesday, but it's feeling like a weekend or a new day. So I had to light the trees and roll down the window, let that breeze in. Speeding, weaving, keeping eyes open for 5-0s. When I see them, I drive slower. The East Coast kids on the beat, load the disc. Had a verse in my mind, let me read over it. See how it fits, he's busy loading the bubbler, sequencing and showing me where it comes from. Now I got a path, years ago I felt lost. Masters of the craft, homeschooled and self-taught. This song is dedicated to those days, few and far between. When you set out on a journey and you don't even think about looking back. You don't even think about looking back. You don't even think about looking back. Anxious, cause I've been waiting this long, and I'm taking a trip to the stage we step on in my whip. You know it's all jokes from the outset. Connect the text, then it's let's get a sound check. Set list check, mindset to wreck shit check. Collect the dough afterwards and we don't take checks. Only cold hard cash today. And chill with the rope of dope, you ain't cash, it's clay. I have to say, I captivate your fractured brain when the beat drops like acid rain. Sunday to Saturday, runways to train tracks. Hailing a cab on the way back, laid back. Take that, fade to black when K grabs the digital 8-track to spit in your face and laugh. You're only as good as who you surround yourself with. My crew is dope and we can't help it. This song is dedicated to those days, few and far between. When you set out on a journey and you don't even think about looking back. You don't even think about looking back. I didn't even think about looking back.
Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical.
The yin for the yang, drink for the brain, opposite for balance.
Balanced by the opposite.
The way I write gives me the right of way, K's like night and day.
Balanced by the opposite.
I was using the term commercial rap way before there was rap and commercials. A compact disc compact is full of works on how I work fools. 1200 techniques run for help. Tables turn, the turntables done it. Fade across, the crossfader. TECK never needs help running technique. 1200s more than once, so I want more. On the forefront, wondering what you front for. Is it MP3s at 3 p.m. or the overhead projectors are projected overhead? That's in one ear, right out the other. But on this mic, I'll battle others outright. Outside, about where is the whereabouts of this warehouse full of houseware? Is it downstairs? You stand down with the mic in your hand. Bitch, hand me the mic now. You're one step away from useless. Step 2 is less use to the two-step. Fair, well, the welfare. Crazy long ago, not the run of the mill, cause for the mill I don't run. A quarter of my head was my rhyme headquarters. How you gonna hop when you ain't hip?
Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical.
Parked in the driveway, driving on the parkway. There's a lot of parking in this parking lot, so I start to stop. Hear a honk from a car behind who doesn't like the way I drive. Side out, no time exists for the mindless, meaning there's less time for me to make it timeless. Step aside in a sidestep, check mine and leave balance with your mind in check. The attraction between positive and negative, the tool used to fuel everything electric. Grasp it in classes, ask around. Mass and matter doesn't matter to the masses. Drinking JD with my DJ, shopping on CD, rocking it in DC. Resination, a nation, a resin. Whatever I say makes y'all say whatever. The yin for the yang, drink for the pain, opposite for balance.
Balanced by the opposite.
The way I write gives me the right of way. K's like night and day.
Balanced by the opposite.
Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical. Deliver through whatever, cause whatever is lyrical.
Thoughts It's a train, catch my train of thought. Quarterback, shoes off, hands to hand off. A standoff, take the mic out of the stand. I'll take it out of your hands, send you back to your corner. Opposite for balance. The way I write gives me the right of way. K's like night and day.
Balanced by the opposite.
Opposite for balance. The way I write gives me the right of way. K's like night and day.
Balanced by the opposite.
Somebody gave me a nickel for every place I hit up with a Resination sticker. I use the fundage to get another 500, but be in the same predicament when I'm done with. And it's grimy, it starts to remind me the artist you're finding. Resination. Parked in the driveway, learning shit the hard way. This time y'all say Resination. T-E-C-K will be your crate digger till the number of records that stay hidden is way bigger than 8 figures to make rhythms with, like straight liquor, the way it's hitting your chest. Give it a rest, this shit is the best. The miniatures test but didn't impress. Don't even deserve to have the beats blessed by your written text to the K-Chrome head resonator in the flesh. Leaving a hot spot in a cold sweat with no cheddar, screaming old school vendetta. Been puffing a while and I'm fucking relying. Roll a Dutch while I'm driving, watching for sirens that come from the cops who are eyeing me. While we blaze up the trees, I try not to speed. Please take your whack beats back to the Casio keys and stop asking me why your tracks are so weak. It's dark and it's grimy, it starts to remind me the artist you're finding. Resination. Parked in a driveway, learning shit the hard way. This time y'all say Resination. It's dark and it's grimy, it starts to remind me the artist you're finding. Resination. Parked in a driveway, learning shit the hard way. This time y'all say Resination. Your battle raps couldn't ride the beat if you had a saddle strapped to the seat of the snare, keeping you there. Save your deaf lines for the hearing impaired, leaving a lair. I smell the fear in the air, keeping you scared. So close to a panic state, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades force you to stand away from a can of spray paint, making waves for all those on my wavelength. Drop a needle on your heyday, stop in a melee, never to be seen again like out on the 8th. They make way, hungover drinking Gatorade, blazing a J, playing a game of spades, finger stained, bombing trains with shoe polish. It's no coincidence, case silent in front of knowledge, rhyming a promise that'll never break like records and rules, so it resonates forever with you. Dark and it's grimy, it starts to remind me the artist you're finding. Resination. Parked in a driveway, learning shit the hard way. This time y'all say Resination. It's dark and it's grimy, it starts to remind me the artist you're finding. Resination. Parked in a driveway, learning shit the hard way. This time y'all say Resination. And it goes, and it goes like the bow. Seed bearing clank, thrown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. Seed bearing clank, thrown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. If you smoke pot, be careful who you share it with. When marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. If you smoke pot, be careful who you share it with. Now that marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. Well, it's the head resonator, mass excavator. You best check the data or the government plays ya under the table using guns as erasers. Punishment major if they discover my statement. Tax on free speech passed in DC. Mass media immersed immediately. Greedy thieves, evil schemes, doing things that most normal citizens refuse to believe. Usually the censorship is how they edit it. Slants on the angles that they present it with. Tricky wording got you worried, not deserving. Contractual verdict, a path that's encouraged. Plea bargains that's to keep off it so they can keep office and reap profits. If you haven't seen Bullworth, you need to watch it. It'll keep you occupied while I rob your mind. If you smoke pot, be careful who you share it with. When marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. If you smoke pot, be careful who you share it with. Now that marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. Seed bearing clank, thrown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. Seed bearing clank, thrown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. I stumble in your cipher. Ask you for a lighter by tapping on your shoulder. You happen to be smoking. Tell you that I got some grass that I'm holding, and I'd be more than happy to roll it. On the picnic table sat a wad of cash, answering the question I forgot to ask. Paused and laughed, said you got tonight covered. I should save my little nickel bag for another. In fact, you just got back from making a run. Forgot to stop and get papers and blunts. I reach in my pocket for a pack of White Owls, then I ask if I can grab an ice house. Sit down, reply that it's nice out. Smoke creates a bright cloud. We turn the lights out, I say I might bounce. I'm high right now, can I borrow your cell? Call my boy Mike's house. You view the call as being nice to a friend. Friday evening, free nights and weekends. I'm nice and brief then, set to leave, wait. You never asked me if I'm DEA. See, I bugged your house and I tapped your cell. I'ma find out just how many bags you sell. Turns out later that you're not Al-Qaeda, but you'll be out in 8 years. So stay here if you smoke pot. Be careful who you share it with. When marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. When I smoke pot, I'm careful who I share it with. Now that marijuana hits, make you a terrorist. Seed-bearing plant grown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. Seed-bearing plant grown there in the land. I'ma roll one up for you to share with your friends. Question: why isn't resination in the dictionary? MCs ain't grimy, nah, I got dirt pressed into my fabric, wrinkles and scratches, a serial number that appears right under my nameplate. Take all this at face value, I've been traveling ever since they let me out the warehouse where they mass produced me and my siblings. Even though there's a million me's in existence, people seem to notice when I come up miss. And I'm currently surfing the seas where they exchange currency. So when does the next plane leave? People try to claim me, some try to change me. It was 1992 when they stole 8 pennies, but why dwell on some petty shit? Let me live politic with the president, hidden in the wallet to get in. It made sense at the ATM, family tree, evil rooted, let's break that limb. Cause money is the root of all people, most people are evil. I'm on the roof shooting at bald eagles. Money is the root of all people, most people are. Money is the root of all evil. Most people they pick you up under the table. Remember back in the day when we didn't think about tax evasion, just tax I'm blazing. Calling it a lucky day when I found you stuck in a crack in the pavement. Gained interest the longer you're gone. First, second, and third. 1, 2, first, and it's part of the song in that order. The way you flow got me changing from consignment to back orders. You're more like a weapon than a criminal, or a saint, it all depends on who you're giving to. Backed by gold is what I was told in school, but the golden rule, don't believe everything they told you. Somebody made an order for a new world. In due time said the pyramids high. That's cool, I guess I can't blame the messenger, but I still feel like a hypocrite every time I spend Benjamin, Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, pave roads and make gold on the path to freedom. From bartering to charging more at department stores, and always at the start of the war. Hamilton, Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, pave roads and make gold on the path to freedom. From bartering to corner stores in the court of law, and always at the start of it all. Robin Hood took it from the crooked. They didn't get a good look at him while he was booking past. Getting fired at, running through a briar patch. Mind on the cash, eyes on the path. Some time elapsed, finally back at the homestead, where he broke bread with his old friends who had no ends. A few so sick they were close to death and bedridden. He headed on his next mission. Yeah, all in a day's work, without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A craft is a skill that you build with. T-E-C-K, C's Mike, yeah. All in a day's work, without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A craft is a skill that you build with. Max Beats, Cam 1, DJ Khaled's work, without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A craft is a skill that you build with. High C, TK, Vinny Vicious, all in a day's work, without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A A craft is a skill that you build with. Icon, Napoleon, rhyme animals, all in a day's work without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A craft is a skill that you build with. Jesus, speak easy, and all my motherfuckers, all in a day's work without that feeling that I'll ever hit a glass ceiling. A craft is a skill that you build with.
It started off like this, no need to write a list. Haters still persist, live life to exist. Fist balled up, yo, I called up my homie, said there's something going on now, it's urgent that he show.
It started off like this, I'm busy rolling a spliff. He's sitting holding a fifth and kicking over your shit. It's disrespectful and unacceptable, so I let this fool have it. Is you cool with that, man?
Yo, whatever the plan, I got full understanding. Bomb rush the spine till the last man standing. Clear out the weak, you gotta live and let die. Sometimes I gotta ask why, give it another try.
Another try? I've asked myself that same question 100 times, and I'm still undecided. They wanna smile, then behind my back talk. You should put your tongue in your cheek, then bite it off.